Hey everyone, day 5 of my Dragon Awaken beginner's guide for the first week new contests. Um, so day 4 was the Dragon BR, and what I was able to do yesterday just with the resources I had and using the strategy that we've used this whole guide so far, I was able to get into the top 10 um, and pull down this reward again. Day 5, this is your main character's BR. So this is the BR that you see when you open up your bag. You will see a BR right there, and that's the BR that it's evaluating off of. So I've actually already gone through and done most of the stuff that there's to do for the day. Gone through, filled out all my dailies, done my leveling up. And as you can see, I've managed to push myself again up into the top 10 pretty comfortably, just again with this strategy. For this strategy, there is one pack that I would highly recommend purchasing. It's this VIP 4 pack, the 80 gem drills for 50% off. You have to open up all of your sockets in your equipment, and you can get these in other means. It just takes a really long time, and the slots open exponentially. The first slot on each piece of gear is 5, then 10, then 20. So 5, 10, 20, 50. So one piece of gear is a lot of those gem drills. So by picking that up, you're able to get some more of these slots open, and having these slots open will help you get this benefit towards getting that. And then outside of that, making sure you use all your refined stones that you get, break down your gear. I always try to kind of focus on whatever is still only costing 1 refined stone and has the lowest attack stat. Attack and HP are going to be, actually attack, defense, and HP I believe point for point give the same amount of BR. Resilience is actually a lot lower in what it returns BR wise for the stats. So just use those up. And there we are. So for spending, this was day 5, so this was the last day for the consecutive recharge. And today would be the day that I would get my lava dragon shard. As far as recharging on the day goes, this is the first day where you're no longer getting gear if you are on the high end of the recharge. I really would not recommend, I mean, all of these things are, I mean, these 50 of these, I don't recommend ever spending these until you get your level 60 gear, because you're going to need it to level up your 60 gear. That's going to be the gear that you progress into the end game with, and you're going to get there so fast, even as a non-spending character, that this just doesn't make a ton of sense. And you're certainly not going to use this on the low-level gear, and you need 3,500 of them to level up one piece of 60 gear to epic. So this is useless. These refined stones, every day you're getting 20, 30 of these in your multiplayer dungeons. These are not beneficial at $100. This is useless. This is just astral experience. Useless. Yeah, you get astral experience by smashing astrals into each other. Useless. This is a useless benefit. Don't want to spend on this day. For the event, looking at the different things you can buy in the discount pack shop, there really isn't anything here that you're going to want to pick up for this event. There's supposed discounts on the equipment refining stones. If you decide to go there, you could pick up additional Light of Hopes if you're going for the turn-in for any of these Light of Hope things. I did turn in my Light of Hope today to secure or to get a Hammer Dragon card, just because on this character I was never going to get up to 15k to get the wings. And the shield, I'm hit or miss with this relic. This relic could be. Uh, I have it on my main character. It's not a bad relic by any means, but I just wasn't sure that I wanted it. And since I'm not really sticking with this character, I just decided to pick up the mount. If this is your first character and you're sticking with this as your main character, you may want to go with the Relic Shield. It's more long-term BR, and it will grow far beyond what you'll be able to grow this Hammer Dragon. Plus, it'll do more for you, combat stat-wise. Going into the recommended shop, or the rewards shop, these are unbelievably not worth it. Again, 20 to 30 of these a day. Don't pay 6,000 amber for refined stones. 1,000 enhancing stones. This is the closest thing to worth it in the shop on the day. 1,000 of these, if the price wasn't so high, this wouldn't be so bad. Because 1,000 of these is a lot of stats, but 1,000 of these, you could go for that if you have the amber laying around and you're not too worried about it. This is going to help improve the enhancement level of your gear significantly and give you a decent number of stats. But really, it's just, again, you're just focusing in here. This is really the good one. Don't buy experience for your astrals. Depending on what you want to do, you could buy this one and maybe you'll get lucky. It's 20 bucks for 4 red astrals. It's going to take you a while to get 4 red astrals. You have to get pretty lucky to get those. And the points are pretty high on exchanging them if you go for the exchange on astrals. So you're not, I mean, I suppose it's possible. I haven't seen it, but that chest could maybe give one of these ones. But again, I haven't seen it. So that's that. A couple of things I did want to discuss on day 5. There are certain things that you really want to make sure you're picking up as you move forward on a daily basis. If you look in here, I just go in through this way. The gem drill in the honor shop, especially if you're not going to buy them with amber, you're going to want to, because you're limited to one of those per day, so you're going to want to pick that up. Going to the faction shop, your relic drill. If you end up getting more than 5 relics, your characters can't. You can unlock additional relic slots for each of your characters if you have relic drills. But this is the way to get them. And again, you're limited to 1 per day, so you definitely want to try and pick that up daily. So that you need 5 to unlock the first slot, and then 10, 50, 100, 200, 200, 200. You can unlock up to 8 relic slots on each character. So if you go over here to equipment, you can see here, if I had 5 relic drills, I could unlock an additional relic slot, and then if I had a relic available, I would be able to equip it. Now, it takes a while to get more than 5 relics, but depending on kind of how much you spend, you're going to have them pretty quick. I think I have 12 on my other character, my main server, and it's not much further along than this server is. It's only a little bit ahead. So the other thing that you want to consider purchasing daily if you have the amber is the crusade token. As you move on, as you start to get towards 50 and above, everything else you do every single day becomes fairly negligible, except for your multiplayer dungeons. The other stuff you do is useful to help build up some of these. If you have these fairy orbs, you can build them up, and then you can multiply the experience that they store by 4 for 90 amber, and then you can get some decent experience outside of multiplayer dungeons. But other than that, you really are getting your experience from multiplayer dungeons. Save these XP scrolls, try and jump into a multiplayer dungeon with a carry. You sit there, put the difficulty on hard, hope somebody from a different server joins who's much stronger, and almost every day I've been able to get somebody to join who's willing to do 5 runs for their bravery seals, and they'll go through and they'll run the event dungeons and whatever level dungeon I am, 3 attempts with my scroll running, and that's how you get experience. On my main server, I am well over double the experience of the next closest person by doing everything that way. So very far ahead experience-wise alone of the rest of the server, just because I've really focused on making sure you get all your runs in, you get them on the hardest difficulty with one of these scrolls going. Everybody gets, I think, 15 gold experience scrolls at a certain point. I don't remember where they drop, but everybody gets them. Another thing, you'll see here at 180 minutes of logged in time today, I'm going to get this normal EXP book. It's a free level as long as you're under level 45. On day 4, you also get one of those books. On day 3, you get one for under level 40, and on day 2, you get one for under level 40. So that means throughout the course of the first 5 days at least, you get 4 free levels depending on where you are. Now, by the end of day 4, you can easily be over level 45, making the one you get here irrelevant, as you can see is the case for me. Actually, by the end of day 3, you can potentially be over level 45. So this one could potentially be irrelevant either way. But these two, if you time them well, you can really help push yourself along in the leveling. I think that basically covers everything for the day today. Oh, the consumption. I went over this yesterday. The consumption event. You can see somebody jumped in, and this kind of goes back over why I'm creating these videos. This person is actually Supremacy, and they are. That's in one day, a purchase and spend of $200. They are 20th on the server. Not even equipped the red gear they would have gotten from a $200 spend, so I'm not sure if they. I don't. It's very confusing and strange to me, and that just goes to show you a lot of people, they just don't use their money very well when it comes to these games. So yes, that person's probably going to get this reward for the consumption event, and this was actually really surprising to me when I logged on, because this is a lot more in the consumption event than I was anticipating seeing. Mine, it's doubled up because of the investment event and things like that. So still, this is a lot more than I was expecting for the server. But it goes to show you, when people see that a server is weak, they're more motivated to spend more money to try and claim those top spots. So, and this server was definitely weak when I first started these guides. So anyway, that basically covers it for today. Tomorrow's is actually the Relic BR, and again, that's going to be the combined BR of all your relics. So, one more thing. Discovered this, or didn't discover, but there's a trick that you can do if you are leveling very aggressively with the shard store. There's a reason I hadn't actually created my mount, my Lava Walker mount. Hopefully you stuck around till now, because this is probably the biggest thing that I'm going to cover in this video. These right here, Fiend's Ring and Flag Evolve Crystal. You get these, I guess somewhat the Dragon Blood as well, but the developers did not balance the cost of these well. You get these at level 57. The flag adds 65,000 BR total. When you turn in a shard, a low-grade shard, I can show this. If the server isn't going to lag out. So let's grab one of these Frostbiter shards, because I'm not going to get the Frostbiter. When I turn these in, I get 100 of these coins, 50 for each shard. This mount requires 20 shards and gives me 18,000 BR. So if I recycle these and get 100 of these shards, and I go to this crystal, and I turn all 100 of those in, I'm going to get 500 of these. Now, my character is, like I said, a little bit further than this server, and is high enough level to do the flag dungeon. I get 6 of those stones a day at 6 million BR. You are not supposed to be able to get this many stones this easily, this early. The game is not built that way. With a decent number of turn-ins of these shards to your flag evolve crystal and your fiend ring, when you hit level 57 and 59, you can get this flag with 20 shards up to level 4. Potentially even the fiend's ring as well up to level 24, because if you get, like I got 500 for turning in 2 shards. If I had 10 shards, I would have gotten 2,500, and that would have been easily enough to get my flag up to level 3. That's 300,000 BR off of 10 shards that normally give half of 18k. So this is an oversight on the developers, I feel like. Maybe it's not, maybe it is intended that way, but it's definitely downplayed. And if you are leveling aggressively and can get there, and you're really pushing the experience using your amber to multiply your fairies, getting the extra runs in for your multiplayer dungeons, getting carried in nightmare mode, you can potentially get to 57 by that last day. And getting to 57 and then bursting another 400,000 BR because you're exploiting this shard store with these flag evolve crystals. Not a bad idea. This is about the best return I've seen in anything. So it's really up to you if you do this same strategy and you get the 20 shards for the lava dragon, because this is an S rank mount, so it is 36,000. It's a little bit more, but I'll also get a little bit more in those coins out of each shard. I probably will still get the dragon just because I'm not going to hit 57. It's kind of a cool looking dragon, and plus I'll turn in these arcane wheels and like this bunny shard and stuff to get some additional stones. But it's really up to you. If you decide not to go with the dragon and you do turn those shards into coins, you're going to get a lot more BR out of turning it into Dragon Bloods, Flag Evolves, and Fiend's Rings. Dragon Blood takes to 61, but the Fiend's Ring and the Flag Evolve Crystal, you're going to get a lot more BR out of those two than you're going to get from any mount. So just keep that in mind. Consider that. It's a good way to surprise people with just a huge jump in BR if they're not expecting it to take that last day, if you can get to 57. So, alright, good luck guys, and see you tomorrow for day 6.